Hey everyone, welcome back to my craft room. I was gonna do an AliExpress haul video today, but it occurred to me. This is the fourth video I'll be posting to my crafting channel, and I haven't done any crafting yet. So I decided to listen to a viewer who made a comment on my previous video. She asked whether or not I would be doing tutorials and if I could show projects made with items that I hold from Hobby Lobby. Well, I thought this would be a great idea for today's video. So with that being said, I'm going to show you guys 4 projects today. 2 cards and 2 projects made with wood from the Dollar Tree. I pre-painted the wood so that it would be dry for the videos and I could just proceed with putting the projects together. But before we get started, I just want to thank everyone again for the support you've been giving my videos. It's really appreciated. Thank you. Okay, for card project number 1, I'm using the Craft Noir paper pad that I bought at the Hobby Lobby haul, and I'll be using this animal print. And I'll be honest, I struggled to come up with a card, but I hope you like what I came up with. In order to save some time, I cut out the die cuts and the panels that I'll be using, but I'll show you the die cut that I use was this leaf right here from the sleeves that I picked up, I believe, at AliExpress a while ago. So I used the one leaf, and then I used this Wild About You, and it comes with the shadow. So I already pre-cut these pieces. So what I did, these are the 2 pieces that were the die cuts. And I took a page from the pad and I cut it into 6 panels that I could use for cards. And then I cut this one in half, and then I brushed my ink pad around the torn edge just to give it the black edge. And then I have a panel, a white panel that is 5 by 13/16, and a black panel that is a usual layer panel 4 by 5 1/4, and then an A2 card base. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna put these 2 pieces together, and let me use my tape runner. So I'm just gonna, start getting these 2 pieces together. I actually made 2 cards using this paper, but like I said, I struggled and I wasn't sure. I don't know, too happy with the first card that I came up with. So anyway, then for my die, I'm going to use a little bit of the art glitter glue. And I'll just dot it on real quick. I'll tell you a story. Excuse the ink around my fingers. But I had this little glue topper from Etsy that had some charms on it. And I went to pull the cover off yesterday, or actually earlier today, sorry, when I was filming the video. And the little charms that were on the pin pulled off, and the pin caught me like a fish hook in the finger. Oh my God, did that hurt. Oops, sorry. But that's why I have the Band-Aid on. I like using the art glitter glue because it gives me a little bit of wiggle time to get pieces in place. I don't know what this piece of paper is right here. Let me pull that off. I find that if I get like glue, I just use my pokey tool and kind of get it off. That works really well for me. There you go. But anyway, that pin caught me really good, like a fish hook. I almost cried like a baby. But anyway, so then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this piece that I tore onto the panel that I just put together. And this is 3 3/16 wide, so it'll match up with the white layer beneath. And I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna use foam tape to lift up the die cut. I'm just gonna add that up here. Oops, kind of went a little long with my foam tape. Let me pull that piece off. Okay, give that a trim. I'm gonna add the Wild About You sort of off to the side a bit. And then I also used the leaf die that I showed you earlier, and I'm just gonna kind of place them randomly thought it would bring in some of that jungle vibe. I'm gonna kind of tuck them in under the Wild About You randomly. Gonna pull off the little stem. Gonna put a little dot of glitter glue on the tip here. I guess I didn't get that very well. Anyway, and I did not have any black bling, so what I did was I used the hole punch to cut out some black dots, and I covered them with glossy accents and let them dry for an hour or so. And so that's what I'll be using, just to add a little bit of more character to the card. So I'll be putting one right here. I'm gonna add another one here. small one there. Oh, didn't want to come off. Maybe add one more small one. Oh. So that's what I came up with. I think maybe I'll put one more tiny black little dot right there. And I put it on upside down. It's one thing crafting for yourself, but when you're trying to show somebody else what to do, this is my first time doing an online tutorial, so it's a bit nerve-wracking. But that's what I came up with. And then, like I told you, I struggled with it, so I did make another card, but I thought it was really dark, and I wasn't thrilled with it. I'll just show it to you real quick. I did like the whole background, the animal stripe, and then the black panel in between here, I tapped my Versamark pad all around the edge, and I embossed the edge so I could bring in some of that embossing look. And I don't know, I just wasn't wild about it. I thought it was too dark, and that was that. I like this one much better. So that's that. So now let's get started with the next project, which is a wood project. Let me bring everything over. And again, to save time, I sort of did things in advance. So these are the flowers that I picked up at the Hobby Lobby haul. And I used some of them in my craft room on my washi tape holders. Let me just show you one real quick. This one has my Dilutions markers, but I just put them on as pulls, so it makes it easier for me to pull them out of the slot where they're in. Anyway, so on this one, I'm gonna use this, these are Dollar Tree pieces of wood that I picked up, and someone asked me to make this for them, and they wanted this coral color. I didn't have coral paint, so what I did was mix some white, pink, and orange, and I came up with this kind of coral color. And then it seemed like too much coral, so I kind of whitewashed it with a foam brush and just kind of went back and forth and lightened it up a bit. I think that came out much better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use some nickels as spacers. Some nickels as spacers. Let me plug in my hot glue gun. Okay, so I'm going to use these nickels as spacers. And then I'm going to get these as even as I can on the edges. Then I cut these popsicle sticks, which I'm going to use to join them together. with the hot glue. So let me let this warm up a bit. And then I'm gonna attach these roses to the pins also with the hot glue. They have these glue dots, but they come off easily, so it's better to attach them with the hot glue gun. So I'm just gonna peel those off and get rid of them, so they're not very strong. So let's see if this is ready. Seems to be taking long. Well, anyway, while I'm waiting for that to happen, maybe we could just add the vinyl to the first pad wood stick. Peel it off gently. Okay, so we're just gonna put Isabella's name on the first plank. I'm gonna try to center it as best I can. Looks pretty good. Don't know what I did with my not cute. Like the way that turned out. So let's turn this around. And then let's try this again with nickels. Okay, here we go. So we'll do our hot glue. Just to get those to stick together. Okay, and I can pull out these spacers, maybe. I can give this a turnaround. Okay, and then what I did was I made these 4x6 templates, and I found the center of the board and I marked it with a pencil. And then I did the same thing, like just made sure that the measurements were even, so that I know I can put 3 pins on here and display 3 pictures at once. So we're gonna put the first flower And I chose to use the Rose because Rose is Isabella's middle name. So I'm just gonna line it up with the pencil mark and press that down. And bear with me because it looks like I need another glue stick. I didn't think I would, but just grab one. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't anticipate this. My next tutorial should be better, hopefully. Oh, it would help if I put the glue stick in, right? Okay, so here's the other pencil mark, and let me make sure I try to get that nice and straight. Press that down. And then let me add the flower to the third clothespin. And I got the idea to add the flowers to clothespins from another crafter named Christian, but I forgot what her channel's name is. So I just want to give her credit for that. But I usually make these clothespin picture displays. You might have seen one in my craft room when I did my tour. Anyway, so that's that. And then you can add jute to the back to hang it, but I think I'm gonna hang this one with some of the nano tape, but let's just see what it would look like. So you would put your pictures. And then you would just kind of hang it. If you can see that. Like that. And if we're gonna do the jute, you would just put it on the back, depending how long you wanted it to be. I would do it pretty short so it won't hang down too long. And then I would hot glue it in place. And then I would follow that up with a staple gun and trim this piece. So then, that's how that would look. that's for Isabella Rose's room. And then the next card project that we're going to make is using the bee paper pad that I bought. It's called Bees. And this one wasn't on sale, but I bought it anyway because I really like the paper. So what I did was I already trimmed out what I'm going to use. I use these square die, one of the pieces I'm going to be using for that. And then I have, I didn't measure these, I should have, I'm sorry. But anyway, I just cut a very small piece of the blue plaid to put over the yellow bee paper. So I'm going to put those together. I usually use my my score buddy to make sure that I get stuff aligned right. What I would do, which is too late now, but I would put this in here and then I would put in the layer and make sure they both line up before I pressed it down. So that's that. And then we'll go ahead and attach this to the layer, to the base. This is a pretty simple card. So we'll attach this to the base. Try to get that even all the way around. It's hard for me to tell from the sitting position. I think that looks pretty good. And then I have to stamp this. This is a stamp that I picked up at the hall, Happy Bee Day. And I was gonna heat emboss this. And so let me use my Versamark. Make sure I get that nice and sticky. Oh, I forgot to use my my emboss resist. But it looks okay. It doesn't look like anything stuck randomly. So let me put the cap back on this before we have an accident. Put a cap back on the Versamark. Get that out of the way. Then I've got the heat gun here ready. I'm gonna warm it up, and then we'll just heat emboss this. You'll start to see it get shiny. Looks pretty good. Aside. And then I'm going to use this square die to cut this sentiment out. So I'll go ahead and do that. Oh, here goes mono bone eraser moment. Got a little bit of that black here by accident. And if you just work it, that'll be gone. Hopefully we'll maybe get rid of it with the die cut. So I'm just gonna take this off screen for a minute to cut it off. I reuse my purple tape, so I just stick it on the side here. I like to run stuff through the machine like 3 times to make sure it cuts. It's probably overkill, but then I have a piece of vellum that I'm gonna attach my piece to. And I'm gonna pop this up using some of my foam tape. This is a pretty basic card. And we're just gonna attach it. That looks pretty good. Pretty basic card, but it's pretty. I like it. Then we can always embellish it with bling if you wanted to. But I think I'm gonna leave it just like this. Or actually, you know what? Just bear with me a second. I'm sorry. I think I might add a couple of these pink fresh pieces. Just kind of randomly put the big one on top. So let's give this a go. Sorry. This is oozing a lot. They're these really tiny ones. I'm going to try to get one of the tiny ones. Here goes one. One piece. That looks cute. So that's card number 2. So we did 2 cards. And then the 4th project that I'm gonna do uses the bullnose clips and the keys that I bought from Hobby Lobby, and then this Dilutions keyhole stencil. So I pre-stenciled this, and what I'm gonna do is I made templates of a 3.5 by 5, which you could get away with. You won't see much of the keyholes, but if you were to trim a picture to 3.5 by 3.5, I think that would work really well. So I'm just gonna attach let me plug my glue gun in again. I'm just gonna attach one of the bull nose clips one of the blue bullnose clips. Where'd my hot glue stick go? My hot glue stick disappeared. Let me get another one. Sorry about that. You're probably looking at it at my desk and saying, there it is, there it is. And I'm blind as a bat and don't see it. Where's the clip that I had? Here you go. I'm gonna put some hot glue on that. And center it right here. You could sort of have it stick above the wood. Then what I'm gonna do is add I stenciled the first side and it came out horrible, so I just flipped the board. So I'm just gonna take one of the little keys that I purchased gonna put a piece of jute on here to hold it. And I'm gonna hot glue it in place, and then I'll follow up later with a staple. Just put that there. Get this pokey tool to get it in there. And then I'll put another glob of glue right here. And I want this to be a little bit longer. I'm gonna so what I'm gonna do, so the key and the little bull nose clip were from the Hobby Lobby haul. So as you can see, you can add your picture to it. If I can get the clip to open, yeah, there you go. And you can either maybe glue a key down here, but I'm not going to do that. And this will kind of give you the option to maybe go with a longer picture too. If you wanted to go with the 3.5 by 5, you could do that. And what I thought would look really cute is if I took a piece of this hemp and put it through the key. I'm going to cut a fairly good length of it because I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But I'm going to tie a knot. Whoop. Don't tie it that tight, folks. I'm going to tie a knot. And then I'm gonna put the key on the jute and then tie a knot. And make sure I get it like in the center. You could tie a bow. And if I hadn't broken the piece of hemp, I probably would have made like a double bow. And then when you hang it, you'll have the little key dangling there. And it's kind of like the key to your lock to your heart. So that's that project. And that completes the 4 projects. I didn't anticipate the glitches that I had, so I apologize for those. But like I said, it's my first time and I'll try to get better at it. I won't try, I will get better at it. So thank you all for watching, and my finger's hurting like hell, so I apologize like heck. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoy the content of today's video, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so that you won't miss any of my future videos. Also, please remember to like the video and comment. Let me know how I'm doing and if there's anything else you'd like to see in the future. Thanks so much.